I love it. Do it.
Time for the show.
Who let that guy's mic open?
I don't know.
It's time for a little Funky Friday. From their funky hidden headquarters, your hosts, Keith and Gary. Not Jake.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. Yeah. I was making fun of Keith. Keith was supposed to send me questions for Paulie and didn't send them to me. On top of that, the guy goes on vacation more than Costanza did on Seinfeld. He's just always on vacation. But Paulie says he's a brother, man. He deserves those vacations.
I said he's a black man and he can take as much fucking time off as he wants to. You go, boy.
No, you said an old black man.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I said he's an old black man. Let him do what he wants.
Old black man. Oh, I'm gonna tell him he said old. I'm telling on you. So Paulie is here. Paulie is a dear friend of Keith and mine. We love you, Paulie.
What's up, guys?
Always glad to be supporting your stuff. And I'm so glad you're getting this going. I was going to do some artwork for you, but that's when I started running into medical problems. And I just was fucking out of it for the last 5-6 months. Just had all kinds of problems. But I'm back on track. And sometimes you just got to get angry. And all of a sudden you feel better.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy your health is on the mend. But remember, this stream today is not about you, Gary. It's about my
wait,
campaign.
is that make it enough about you right now? Look at that screen.
Let me see. I'm not looking at the screen. Good thing
there you go. Keith loves your hat collection. He really does. Because he's a hat guy like me.
It's easily a dozen on the wall.
Yeah.
Easily a dozen.
I wear a lot of ball caps and racing caps.
My baseball caps are up above. You can't see that row. That's like on a shelf.
Right.
So I got my ball caps that are really nice. That I don't wear, like, let's say on walks. This is like more like just beautiful hats. And then over there, I got ball caps that I do my dog walks in, like I sweat through. So what's up, everybody in the chat? What's up? Oh my God!
Yeah, we're hoping some more people show up because we're usually getting around 30 people or more during the live stream. That adds up because they're in and out during the whole show, and we end up by the end of the show getting around 200. But like I said, we've been having some problems with YouTube, Google, and they've made some changes over there, dude. But I like the advice you gave me, and we're going to implement that, dude. It's going to happen. Yeah. But I'm so glad to have you here, dude. I'm so proud of you. I really am. I'm so humbled, honored, and proud to be a friend of yours. Because, like I said, Keith and I love you. And Keith is so pissed that he's not here today.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like he gets what we call a ghetto pass, but still, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Really what it is Mel. It's like he said to me last night. We were talking on the phone after the shows and everything. We were we jam on the phone for a little bit. And he says, that if Mel wasn't the camp director that she is, if I had vacation, I would just stay home and play video games or play with my toys. He'd go nowhere. But we get married and our wives have a demand to take us places. We're going. And that's really what happens with him. And he's happy to do it. He loves Mel so much. And she is awesome. We all know her pretty well. So, but anyway, I want to know everything about this book, the fantasy elements, everything, the mythological elements of it. I want to know everything. What inspired you to want to do this?
Well, the good news is that my 2 proof books came a few days ago, and I actually have the proof books. And
let me see the spine.
It's
Yep, that's a perfect width for a novella.
And it bends. Anyways, it's totally, and there's a nice layout.
Yeah, Paulie, if
yes,
give me your permission to show the full cover.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, there it is. So you can see people.
Yeah, and that's really
Beautiful art.
That's the back cover to front cover, and I'll read if you put it back up, I can read it for you. In the distant future, the fate of our world will be decided by the actions of one family. They Call Me Charleston introduces us to a brand new world known as the Forever Now universe. You'll meet gods and legends, fathers and cousins, as they do battle against foes and at times each other. Whether it's Lala the Prospect, Bravo the Stone Arm, or Pumpkin the Talking Chihuahua, the adventures of Charleston y Familia have only begun. And we got Cameron to give us
to
give us a great quote. They Call Me Charleston introduces us to a rich reality filled with fascinating characters steeped in Mesoamerican myth brought to life in the modern world. I want to see more of their adventures. And really, I say, think of that Mesoamerican, I take those myths and legends, fantastic, make them fantastical. So they're not really true to the old myths. Some are, some aren't. Then I add kind of like, certain journeys people have to take, kind of reminiscent of Lord of the Rings as far as the journeys they have to take. And then you add some of that X-Files kind of mystery. And you got all that mixed, narrated by someone who's just so deeply poetic in Charleston that, you got a good read. You got a good read, man. So, where I explained, I gave you little details there. Where would you like me to start? I think what's interesting is that Gary, I had approached Gary almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago. Okay.
When I was technically homeless.
Right. So this is and I didn't bring it up, but Gary brought it up. Okay. I was not going to bring it up, but this is what you have to do sometimes. If it's a project that you believe in, is that you just gotta okay, do you keep waiting around for this element to happen or that element to happen, or you just keep going forward and
always be moving forward?
Yeah. So that's all I did is that, it's like, what? I've been ready. I got to get this thing going. And that's what we did. We got this puppy going. And, James Esparza came in. Not only did he do the art in the book, right? He researched how to do a cover, because he's saying that there's a certain type of eye-catching element to the cover, but also too, the formatting is not easy. So it's a digest size. It's very small. You can throw in your bag, your backpack, your purse. And
did you do the layout yourself?
He did the layout. I just
he did the layout.
I just approved of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And and thank God I had so it's you know what? I'm kind of jumping all around. So maybe if the panel has questions for me, we can go back or something like that.
Well, Fat Steven has joined us.
Hey.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
That's a lot of nuts. Shit, sorry.
Yeah, this isn't a dream. You're here.
No, you're confusing dreams with nightmares, Gary. But Paulie, nice to see you. I missed the whole introduction about this book, so can I get a quick clip notes of? I got in on science fiction and stuff, and there's a nice
show the thumbnail again too.
It's actually more, Steven, kind of your fantasy drama with a little bit of sci-fi, but it mixes in the Mesoamerican legends, but I kind of make them more fantastical, so they're not really true to the, it's not like historical.
So you mean like the way mythos and urban lore kind of gets built up over time as the stories kind of change and warp, but not in a bad way, but in a good way.
Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. Well, they're good and bad because if this family is ripped apart in the middle, and some are they're all celestial beings. They all have powers, and different types of powers, but some have chosen to just completely disagree with the principles of the family, and so that has led them to a more darker side, and then there's of course a more lighter side. But one note I got, guys, was that Paulie, you need to make a glossary. So what I did was a nice glossary of kind of not only like, who's who and what's what, but the different levels, what they're called, and maybe if there's a certain special power they possess. Then also too, we got a cast of characters, and I got a note from this editor that I worked with was that make chapter 5 chapter 1, because chapter 5 explains the universe. So she's like, yeah, you're gonna be too lost, So got some good notes there.
All right, I got a serious question then. What is the character you most identify with within the story, and why?
Yeah, because a lot of authors do that whole romancing the stone thing where they throw themselves into the story.
Oh.
Is there a character based on you that represents you?
No, I didn't mean like that. I mean, like, is there a character that like pretty much is a favorite? That's what I meant, and why it's that you gravitate more towards it. So I should be more specific.
I really enjoy a lot of these characters. I enjoy Charleston because he's new, and he's so particularly hopefully I can read some of it to you guys. You can get his swagger. So yeah, that's why I just love his humor. He really shoots it straight. Love his humor, love his faith. And some of the older characters that are more mentioned have been around my writing desk for like a few decades.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's a good the question I've got is with some of these characters, do you base them on people because I find I do that a lot with my own writing. I find it easier to create characters that are like somebody I already know. Do you do something like that, or are these just original people that are in your head?
Both. Charleston's definitely I met someone that looked like him, and that's the guy with like the dreads, some of the photos I sent.
Right.
I definitely met a gentleman like that. And God, was his name Charleston? I don't remember, but he had such a look that I'm like, I want the dreads, I want the trench coat, I want that, that persona, like he could almost look homeless, like what's going on with this guy? But then I want the humor of Sam Jackson, and I got it.
Right.
But the other characters are a little more alien to me, which was good for me to work with. And when I say like alien, like writing for
personalities.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, writing for Lala, who's a 15-year-old, orphan who's trying to, make her way. It's like, that was good for me to do a little more research and put those characters together because, it's important that these characters aren't just great just because they're a female or they're, any of that garbage that we always, have to deal with from Hollywood. And you find none of that here.
You mean they have more than one characteristic? Hollywood's going to be upset, Paul. You might want to hide in a bunker or something.
I know, man. I know. So,
Holly, could you make it more urban?
Could I make it more urban? Yeah. I thought we had put a muzzle on Shanatsky for this.
I know.
The muzzle keeps running away. The muzzle keeps running away.
That's him being good.
That's cool.
No, but
did you find it easy transitioning from character to character when you're writing, or do you get into a mindset for that character and you want to focus on that character while you're writing and have? Because it depends on what I'm working on, but I have trouble sometimes transitioning between characters. I have to focus on what one character is saying and thinking, and then come back a little bit later to do the responses. What do you do?
No, because in my work Bible, like I will just write random dialogue, random, things that I see, and then later on, as I'm working on characters, I'm like, oh, that's something that character would say. I'll use it as a springboard, and that starts, I start asking questions about the character. So yeah, something, yeah. Go ahead.
I was like, I've been muted this whole time.
Good
I
job.
thought you guys were just talking over me. So I was wondering, what authors do you take inspiration from?
Damn, nature, you scary.
What authors?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just a mixture of some Chicano literature and then Tolkien. And that's it. In this regard.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's one of my favorite authors is Arturo Islas, who wrote 3 books before he passed away, and just had a talent for being. He's got a talent for his prose, and that he brings to life things that you didn't think would be so full of life. Namely the desert and the Southwest. So, but his styles is so. It was unassuming and heavy without being that. So that's what I really loved. And Tolkien was like a master of language. So I also really wanted to elevate the language of everyone's talk in this story as well. 32 pages is pretty dense.
Yeah.
So
I look forward to reading it.
Thanks,
you
man.
mentioned X-Files and you're mentioning the family aspect. Is this more of a mystery or is this more of a family drama type of story?
Well, it's a kind of a it's not a typical family drama. I don't know how that explains it. Some people use their powers for good. Some are mofos. Some are are different. So they just happen to all be related to each other, which I think adds for some good conflict and some humor.
So more.
Now, I saw a comment online, Paulie, that it was on my personal Twitter account, not Pop Culture Minefield, that somebody said something about the book saying, is this going to be like American Gods?
I don't know, because I've never seen American Gods.
What?
It was a book series before it was a TV series.
There you go.
And I kind of liked it because what they did is they made the classic mythological gods actual living beings that still wander around.
Oh, yeah. I've been told I need to see that.
Well, I think, what is it? Zeus is Amadana. I can never say from Battlestar Galactica.
Adama.
I'm sorry, vowels and A's up here in Canada get kind of mixed up.
Oh my God!
I wonder what that's about.
I understand Canadians have trouble with English.
Are you muted?
So, but moving forward with this, if it's nice. Not any trouble, if you would feel comfortable doing it, would you read your favorite passage from the book on the show?
Yeah. Sure. I don't know about favorite. I love it all.
Yeah, it's your child. It's just like with artwork and all of that.
I think I sent you this page.
Yes, I do. I have it right here. Okay. He already put it up. It's right here.
I didn't see it. Right. The healer. Am I dead again? Abuelo's going to be pissed. I'm on a bus bound for Yuma. Points of encounter, humans, plain folk, lost ones. We depart and I have the shivers. I'm overworked and due for a holiday, a long holiday. Shit, Let's be honest, I'm dying for a vacay. Eastbound, headed towards the dunes of my childhood, and let me tell y'all a little bit about me and my heavenly talents. The only way I can best use my gifts is if I keep on moving, never staying in one place, city or county. No set routines. The more people this way, I help more people this way. No, I save more people this way. I'm more effective with my boots on the ground. I visit district after district, year after year, to see potentials like myself, and along the way, I help folks out like you, the affected. Depending on what line I ride, there can be a rash of scavengers preying on said normies and turning them. So while my primary purpose is to prepare gifted ones to cross over, I love to heal and help travelers who are seemingly lost along the way. These souls who take trains, buses, and free shuttles are chin deep in loneliness, fear, and anger. I don't need physical contact or a handshake to change lives. No, I just need to sit next to them. The longer, the better. An open seat is tricky to maneuver, and I need time with the life that I'm trying to change. Space and time is not ideal on a transit line. The less time, the less influence I have. In seconds, I can change a person's mood. Minutes, their day. Longer, their year, and potentially an entire lifespan. See, I realign their mental attitude, that's all. The mental to the divine. Now, over the ages, people have slowly stepped away from purpose, from our purpose. And for lack of better words, we forgot about God. So I could explain the why and the state of our world, but you already know the situation. So I make people remember God. I make them recollect, not by saying a single word. I just sit and feel for them. Feel for what they loved and missed the most, their purest selves. And when I find it, I create a wonderful window for them. Deep in their hearts, I set it. Once they look in and out of themselves, it reminds them of what they cherish and love the most. They get to fucking fall in love again with their younger selves. They fall into this purest place of freedom. I guess you could say I'm a divine ninja. Damn, I love my job. So I could go on, but I think that's it.
No, I really like that, man. I agree with Lady V Elements. You got a great reading voice.
Yep.
And that's the next thing I was going to ask about. If you are considering doing your own audiobook.
Well, what we're doing for the campaign is an audio MP3 for everyone that helps us with the campaign. So there's a $10 Oya level where it's just the audio MP3 only. Then there's a $35. No. The $40 level was a book poster in the MP3, but that sold out. So there's an Oya level, and with that, it's already pretty much produced. It's just a simple MP3, good quality sound. Not, it's not your Audible, but it's going to be nice quality sound. And it's actually me and Romy reading it. And so what I wanted to do for this campaign is make sure you guys are entertained. You guys got what you paid for. Besides the book, the poster, and the MP3, you're helping me set up the entire system and structure with bookbaby.com to print on demand, ebook on demand, all that stuff, all the costs. So yeah, that's I mean, even if you just have $10, man, that's the auto, I'm going to send that MP3. I'm actually going to send that MP3 sooner to you than the book.
Oh, yeah. Because you can just download it.
How can you sell it on an MP3 and just re-up? No, what I mean is in our campaign, we have tier levels on our IndieGoGo campaign. So the Oya level is. So I think you refresh it. I think we're over.
Damn.
Let me do it
over
again.
that.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, Smoosh.
I just up. No, it's that's what it's showing for me.
That's an 8. Oh, sorry. I thought it said 6. No, you're right. We're almost at 29.
Look, guys, we're so close to going over at this point. He's at 82%. You guys did such an amazing job helping with Tom Conkle. I hope you guys will contribute to this. What are some of the great perks we're going to be getting with this, other than the MP3 and the poster art?
Well, like I said, you're gonna get first of all, you're gonna get the book and the MP3 if you do it through the campaign. I'm gonna sign it and send you a personal message.
I know what mine would be.
May I ask a question? Because this is actually my first time hearing about this book and the campaign, actually. Because I was disconnected for Twitter for a month, and my new account didn't have all everyone's alerts. But you have that character artwork in each one of your pages, right? Of your different characters, right? Like you do for the healer and Sector. Are you going to thinking about maybe doing laminated cards with their powers and maybe a small description of their life history?
That is a good idea.
How they're related, and that you can also probably use as a bonus because you have the front card. All you got to do is write stuff on the back.
Maybe it's a good idea. I want to stay more, novella heavy as opposed to like artwork and all that stuff.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that is how we grow out our website, because we already have the next two stories ready to go, and that's a great idea because I don't want to do this campaign again. What we're going to do is, once we're set up, then we're just going to keep growing and collecting emails from you guys, and then come check out the latest chapter, like what you said, but I think between now and when I want to get out this book to you guys, I don't know if it might be time for something like that. I just wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to get it out there. I also didn't want to over commit and have anxiety to where it doesn't happen. It's gonna happen just with the money that we got now. It's gonna happen. So, once I get the books in my possession and the posters, we're gonna sign them all. We're gonna package them all. Then I ship them out to you guys. My goal is that you guys get them by Christmas.
Awesome.
We're moving fast on this one.
Yeah,
but that's a great idea, Fat Steven.
Thank you.
I've
already one every 2 months.
From what Fat Steven says, I've already putting together a game for your game world.
World. Wow.
Which would be great again for the cards, because having the cards with the game, I'm telling you, dude, you could open this up in such a way, Paulie. You really could.
Well, I think that's great. I just want to
keep it simple so no one feels like you're not overstressed and you're still promising the product on time.
Well, also, and kind of let the product breathe. Like, let me get 3 books out. Let me get the novel out. And
you don't want to rush anything. You'd want to take your time to make sure the game is right. That would be something that would come later. Something like that.
I'm totally open for it.
You want to do. Because people love the RPG stuff with these books.
Yeah, gotta understand.
I was thinking board game.
I did not have
board. Okay.
You got to understand, Stephen. I did not have a glossary of the characters.
Okay.
Until my editor says you need a glossary, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. So it just goes down. We have ancient gods. We have 4 or 5 of them, and then you have the collective, and in the collective you have composers, healers, scouts, observers. They all have different powers. Then you have their dark cousins, dark lords, disciples, scavengers, scallywags, bottom dwellers, the horde, undead, lost humans. I mean, yeah, it does sound like a game.
A lot of different things, man.
You're right. It does sound like a game. But this is what I wanted to have, is that while you're reading the story, you keep going back to this, so you're not lost, because
that sounds like Tolkien when you're trying to figure out, when you see like a page and it's talking about moon runes and then you're going to the back, or you're trying to figure out what the songs of Bombadil. Yeah, I read the glossary first before I read LOTR.
That's more than the Rings of Power folks did.
Well, they only had a glossary.
Hey, I gotta read some stuff here real quick. I'm sorry.
Great questions, guys.
Chris Mullen has become a new YouTube member. Chris Mullen, thank you so much for joining. It is a happy group. We have, of course, love of my life, Anima Confusa. She's been a member for 15 months, as long as she's been in love with me. Isn't that odd? It's just a coincidence. Let's see. Das Wolfen, whose avatar looks so much better than his older avatar. I like this new avatar you got, John.
Did you draw it?
24 months. No, he did. He used that AI thing.
Yeah, I used AI.
Yep. Then, of course, we have a wonderful breach of the back door by D. Bud Martin. And it's wonderful that you did this because you are in the presence of the man who started the whole backdoor thing with me.
D-Bud.
So D-Bud says, Gary, how did he get in through the back door?
Oh, my God.
So you get your video. Hold on. Let me get that going for you, bud. There we go.
Open your back door, baby. Loosen your hinges, I'll show you my key.
We play videos if you didn't know that. Or anytime you breach the back door, you get a video.
I see that. I just sent you something in the private chat. We just got another backer. And
let me refresh.
I don't know if this is from your community. I'm just wanted to.
I'm going to bet it is because we have a great community, and that last minute push on Tom's put him over. And I'm really proud of our audience. And our audience is the same audience as Midnight's Edge, Latino Slant. We share so many of the same people because we are a family in our own way. And that's why Tom and I have a show tomorrow, by the way. And you're welcome to join us because we're doing RoboCop tomorrow, Paulie.
Movie
we're
of the
be
game.
Talking about the new game. We're talking about the new documentary, RoboDoc, and we're going to be talking about the classic 1987 film. It'll be fun.
Knowing Tom, it will be arguing about the game.
The game actually is getting good reviews, and it's actually not bad. It's nice,
it looks really good to me. I got to tell you, but I want to put this back up. Hold on. Christopher Moonlight Productions dropping in to say hi. Got to get the kids from school. Is anyone going to be attending the award ceremony this December 10th? Because he's been nominated. His film has been nominated. And boy, if I could get down there, I sure would.
What is this
I'd love to go. Christopher Moonlight Productions. He was one of our hosts for a while, but he went to work for Apple, and he's not able to do shows, at least not right now. But he'll pop in on our shows every once in a while. And he's a filmmaker, and it makes very interesting, very Lovecraftian horror, sci-fi. It's good stuff.
Nice.
So again, congratulations, Chris. We're proud of you, buddy.
What did you get nominated for?
I think it was Best Film. Was that it, John?
In the horror film.
In the horror,
Best
that's
horror,
right. In the
Best
horror
horror.
genre.
What film festival?
It's down in
Award
Texas,
Best
right?
Award? No, I thought it's.
Oh, is that award this?
Gores. Chris Gores. Award this, yeah.
Chris Gore's award. That's right.
I'll be there.
Chris Gore was the one that was talking about it.
Well, I'll be there. The Slant
Oh,
is
you're
actually
gonna be.
giving
That's
out.
great. So there you go, Chris. He'll be there.
Yeah, we're presenting an award.
Chris sold out to Apple. Yeah,
cool.
It's halfway decent money. Yeah, I got to tell you, he was very happy getting that job.
Yep.
Oh, good for him.
So I see Arwen is here too.
Hello.
How you doing, sugar?
Gary's got the vapors.
She's got the vapors. Let's see who else is here. Geek Ross 79, new backer for $35.
Yeah, we just went over the $2,900 mark.
Awesome.
83%. Look at that. Thank you.
Man, that's fantastic. Come on, guys. Let's get this pushed over. Lady V, I know you love this stuff. You got to jump in there, babe. Let's see. Who else is here? Did we get anybody else new? Because I saw somebody that's new to our show earlier.
Oh, yes. Latoya Williams.
Latoya Williams. That's from your show, Paulie?
I don't know. Let me look.
She was here for yesterday's show, I think.
Oh, so she's just new. Okay, well, it's fantastic.
There you go.
Fantastic. Don't forget to sub to us on Twitter And over on Facebook, we have a group. Please feel free to join it. We're always doing updates over there, and we love interacting. We have a private chat group through the Facebook group, and a lot of activity on there. I jump in just to see what they're talking about, and I'm like, yeah, I want no part of this, and I just want to leave. Do you do that over there? Are you on Facebook, Paulie?
No. Just like family and private stuff.
Yeah, see, that's mostly why I got over there. But then I created the Facebook group just for us, for the channel.
Right.
And it's doing pretty good over there. And it's like there's a lot of activity, and of course, some of members of our group, of shows, post on our page. And I always welcome you if you want to post something about Latino Slant on our group. I'll send you an invite if you want.
Do it.
But let's see. Any questions, guys? Let's go. Nothing.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm percolating here.
I smoked these guys. They're done.
No, I'm trying to think which one will get you to tell me to shut the fuck up the most.
No, don't do that. We got Paulie here. Let's
Okay.
focus on him and not ways to fuck with me. I do know that. Look, Paulie, what's next? I know your main focus is on this, but there's got to be something brewing.
What's next in regards to like creatively?
Creatively, because look, dude, you opened this big door.
Yeah, that's next is the we're gonna kind of maybe 2 or 3 chapters of the book of the big novel. That.
Oh, you're working towards that. Make it.
Well,
big.
that's been done. It's just these are related characters. So it'll be cool for the reader who likes these characters where, hey, we're going to show you the first 3 chapters of, a related character in the same universe. And as opposed to just doing the next, linear story, because the next linear story is set up to where we go and visit, a different family member that's dealing with some different shit, but this will be that one is called Superstition, and it's set in the 70s. He's a broken once ace detective, so to speak, and as just a broken down man who's lost his son. Son is now vegetable, mysterious means, doesn't know what's going on, has become an alcoholic, and that's how we start. That's like the very first chapter, and there's a lot of superstitious stuff that happens. But I love that story. So that is going to be the next one. Those chapters are ready. Do
you feel that the
You have
writing
this
of this
question.
is cathartic for you?
Say it again.
Do you find that writing these kinds of subjects and characters is very cathartic for you?
I think for me, just writing has always just been there as something that I can write and I don't have to think about it. And then I can write and think. It just depends. So writing has always come very natural to me. And so it's just, ever since I was a kid, even writing plays in high school. So it's always been, and I've written in so many, at this point in my life, I've written in so many different types of mediums, from music reviews to kind of industrial types of, your boilerplate stuff for companies, to creatively short films, long scripts, short stories, and now a novel. So yeah, it's just it's just kind of like something that where it's like you just do it so much, it's like you don't take it for granted, but it's just like a part of you. I'm actually surprised when I go long lengths of time where I don't write. So I don't like that. I don't like. So yeah.
Question.
Uh-oh.
Is this leading to a singular book, or is this are you planning to do like a whole novel series?
You weren't listening. He just said he's got a novel.
Oh my God. Let's
Okay,
be
so-
about this
So, all right,
confrontation.
well, let's do it. So the Forever Now, a short book from the Forever Now series, and it's a series. There's going to be at least 12 of these.
Nice.
Series. Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
I'm excited about that,
now,
man.
Paulie,
That's a lot.
The novel
We have a
is
Yeah.
We have a question
That's why I
from
was
our
asking.
audience directly
Yeah.
to
Lady
you.
V Elements wants to know how long did it take you to create that world?
years, and it's still growing. Years. This particular story is now, we're in 23, is now 4 years old. And that is my newest. These are Charleston's my newest character of this whole world. I started writing him in the fall of 19. And then the COVID and the lockdowns happened. So I was writing different stuff, and then I started the YouTube channel. But I'm like, I got to finish this. So I got to work with this award-winning playwright, and she's amazing. She's completely opposite from what I am, but I needed that balance to make sure that I was on the right path. And sure enough, her notes were on point. From hey, maybe you should make chapter 5 chapter 1. That explains the universe. Hey, why did you say this line for this character? All those types of just wonderful notes, because she's like, you've created a special universe. I love these characters. So that was a great process. I love doing that. I can't wait to hire her again for like the next one. She's very loving, very giving. I think it's important as a creative person to collaborate with someone that's not like you, like literally not like in that but like that's talented, that you can so I got a lot out of that process. I have these 2 proofs. I'll probably give one to her because she was so special in the creative process.
You just went to 2939 again from one of our viewers.
Oh my God. Wow. Here we go. Let me see who contributed. Read by Nature.
Read by Nature.
Hey, Reed. Thank you.
I'm telling you, we've got an awesome, very giving audience, man.
Well, the thing is, and that hits to our community, and I'll get
we
to
have
that.
A shared community, man.
Well, but I'm talking about how they are in regards to entertainment, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But someone said something about the process. Lady V, anything about the process ever frustrating? I think what was frustrating this past year was I was thinking that I needed so much money to get it going, to do it right, whereas all right, well, let me ask the community to help me out. I think we're ready. The channel's ready. I built up enough good juju with people, and the timing was right. I mean, this has actually been ready now for a year. This iteration of it. Anything else frustrating? No. Creatively, no, because like I told you, the way I write, and then working with Crystal Gonzalez, the award-winning playwright I told you, such a great. It could have been a bad experience, but it wasn't. Everything else, are things that are kind of out of my hand. You just gotta have patience, and I work my patience. So from working with artists to the layouts, I could have easily, like, the book baby process to get the format right with them. I mean, it literally took 10 tries. It kept spitting out. Nope. Then, like, cool. And they have their specific dimensions to their formats. It was frustrating, but yeah, that's really it. But what was really important in with this community that we're all kind of like we're part of, but then there's different circles, but they're all kind of interconnected, Gary.
Yeah.
Is that everyone needs to get something out of this book. So what I did a year ago was that I had different people read it, and I want to know what they thought. So I had Dreaming Tabitha read it. I had Maria Tiantelli. I had Cameron Pasha. I had different people, different backgrounds, because this is not just for Latinos. Even though you'll see as you read it, it's there. Mainly, as far as language, like 95% English. There's some Spanish, and then there's some Nahuatl, which is one of the indigenous languages that's spoken in Mexico. But I wanted to make sure everyone got it and everyone was entertaining. Like Tabitha came back and she's like, man, obviously there's like a lot that culturally I'm asking questions, but I really enjoy these characters. And I was like, cool. That's what I wanted. Because you got to have your beta readers, man. You could be fucking writing in the dark. You're just, or as writing for yourself. And Marvel loves to do that. They do shit for themselves. So you got a great story, real characters. I think you're gonna get a lot out of the story, a lot out of the, and definitely you're helping us launch this whole thing. Sounds like a more doing. Yeah. We've always been that ham. Yeah. Graders are hard to find.
Editors. Oh my God. And a lot of people don't know that there is a difference between proofers and editors. Proofers are good at spotting things. You want editors that are there that understand not just words, but punctuation, phrasing, and structure. Editors have to understand it so much. They have to understand storytelling as much, if not better, than you. And I found that working, because I worked in journalism for 25 years, and still one of my best friends in the whole world, my proof editor. He was my proofreader and my editor. And I hand everything over to him to read before I finish it, because he'll always tell me what I need to change. He won't do it for me anymore, but he'll show me, he'll mark up stuff for me. But just like you, I find that having people that know more than you when it comes to writing is really helpful to the process. Like you with the playwright. I have Del Dye, Chuck Dixon, and New York Times bestselling author John M. Del Vecchio that read everything I write before it goes
Gary,
to the public. And
you
it's like, they saved me.
You dropped this name.
What name?
You were dropping names there.
Oh,
They'll die.
Yeah. Jesus,
is he a name
Christ,
dropper?
I'm trying to make a point, and you guys want to make a joke out of it. I understand what that means, because basically you're trying to, you can only better yourself by being around people that know more than you, that you can learn from and gain from. And I find working with people like that, and I'm asking you, do you find it the same thing? That working with someone like your friend that's a playwright, helpful to you and what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's everything. It's everything. That's why, you at a certain point, no matter what you've created, once you share it with someone, it's no longer just yours, and you gotta really pay attention to what they're telling you, what they're getting out of it. So, and then someone like Krista, who's prolific playwright, award-winning, and all, we share our same culture. It's I knew she was going to get some things, but she was pointing out stuff I didn't even think about. Fantastic. Great, creative experience. And so, yeah, you want to go back to that. Absolutely.
Well, somebody just brought up something. Lady V, of course, she's always making great comments. Editors know how irritating it is when they make corrections rather than suggestions. And one of the greatest examples from my remembrance is Hemingway. having problems with his editor, I think at the what was it, the New Yorker, I think it was, and they kept changing his punctuation in his writing, and he would storm into the office and say, "Put it back. I meant every comma."
Right.
Because he learned the same way that I learned, and I don't know how you learned, but I was always taught in creative writing that if you mean to pause, especially when you're doing narrative or dialogue, put a comma. And so, like, I've had editors go, "You got an awful lot of commas." I said, "That's because I pause." In my head, I'm pausing as I'm writing it, going, pause, dramatic pause, impregnated pause, whatever you want to call it. But moving forward with the writing, how comfortable are you as a writer? I mean, clearly you're ready to put out a book. Have you been writing your whole life?
Yeah. I've been writing since I was a kid.
And is that something that you were passionate about doing?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't do anything that's, half-ass.
Yeah, you don't want to half-ass it.
No,
but is that something like, because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a paramedic and I wanted to be a comic book artist, and I've done both. But is that like one of your goals always been to write, storyteller?
Yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, I feel like I've done it, various levels and various degrees. Professionally, I've ghostwritten scripts for major people to like I said, covering Latino music for publications back in the day. So it's like,
it's in the blood. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So
about your process.
So you got some stuff published. It just wasn't under your name then?
Do I have stuff published that was?
Well, he's talking about the ghostwriting.
I have both.
Nice.
But here with this and with this series, I want it to be under the plume of the Latino Slant.
And that's what my next question is, because this is something I actually asked you in private. If you were going to go by your real name or if you were going to go by the Latino Slant. And I think it's interesting. Is this to basically protect your privacy, or is this just something that you want to build a brand off of?
Just build a brand. Latino Slant Studios, keep it growing. That was really the goal that me and Mike, Mexican Iron Man, said a couple of years ago. So, because again, a lot of the stuff has been written, so I shared it with him a few years ago, and he's like, "Damn, we're ready to launch a studio." I'm like, "Let's do it," but we had to get the YouTube channel up and run a little bit more, and take it from there. So this is the first step.
Outstanding. And of course, there's another shared member of the community, because we're very close with Mikey too, Mexican Iron Man. Huge part of our community. And he's helped so many of us.
About your process, your writing process, is it just, if you sit down, do you just sit down to write, or do you wait till you're inspired by something, or what?
That's a great question. That's a good one, because I think when I sit down and write, it's because there's definite deadline, and there's a specific duty that needs to be done. Hey, you gotta rewrite chapter 1. You gotta. Oh, I need you to look into your description here on page 39. It's like, but as far as kind of writing from the hip, it'll usually just start off with kind of that verbal dictation on my phone as I'm walking or whatever's going on.
And you do that? Okay.
Yeah, and if it's strong enough, then I'll write it down in my journal, which I have.
So overall, deadlines help you out, I take it.
Yeah. These are all.
They help me out when it comes to actually finishing.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Time.
Well,
are you deadline oriented?
If there's a deadline, then I think I ghost wrote a script in 90 days, first draft.
The reason I ask you is because I always feel a little out of control if I don't have a deadline.
Well, again, I think it just depends on what the, you know, what's the project, you know, what's the project. So I'm not in a rush to create, you know, or it's, you know, I don't have those type of deadlines because, you know, yeah, writers can have different styles, but maybe now that we've launched this sucker, you know, say, all right, let's have that first chapter ready, kind of let's relook at it. It's been a while. Let's look at it again, and we'll have it launched for our members on YouTube and our website. We'll launch it in January. Now, because it's ready, you know. Now that's another thing I've done is I've really made the members of my YouTube channel the first at all this, the first to know about it, the first to listen to it, the first to be, you know, to be a part of it. So I think that's a smart kind of yes, it's a smart marketing tool, but it's just another way to like make what you're doing unique and you know, dynamic with your audience, you know, because I have a little audience. Let's treat them good.
Yeah, you nurture them. It's your garden. Your audience is your garden. Now,
So-
as an Angelino, you're from Los Angeles, right?
I mean, I wasn't born here, but you know, all my formal education, everything, this is where I'm from. I've been here since I was
You're an
like 2.
Angelino. Okay, so
Yeah, I've been here since I was 2.
You're pretty much networked in there then, I'm assuming.
I can be. I mean, I've gotten, yeah, just, you know.
Do you have interest in networking out with these projects to go further with them?
No, not right now. No, you know, I want to build my audience. I want to build, you know, that's just it. And we're doing that. I have no if I'm going to entertain like some different media or like, you know, like a film or something like that, it'd be something that we would do. Not, you know, not anyone else.
Yeah.
How much planning out did you do for the novel? Like, was it just like you had a short summary, or did you have a several page layout before you even started writing, or did you have this, you know, like bullet points kind of deal?
No bullet points, journals, tons and tons of entries. Sometimes speaking as a character, sometimes just, you know, talking about the description, and a lot of the stuff didn't make the book. A lot of that, you know, you cut the fat. There's a lot of it, but in doing that, you build the world. You know, so yeah, it's always there in my journal. I could always go back. Hey, did I miss anything? I feel like I need to add this and that, and I did that. I think I did that for one. There's one particular story about there's one particular little chapter that's in there that where I went back to my journals to look through. I was like, oh, this was pretty cool. Let's put this in there because I also wanted to mess around with historical figures. And it's like, yeah, this guy didn't really die. It was deemed by the balance is that this guy had to stop doing what he was doing, even though what he was doing was for the good. And was it you guys? I can't remember. Someone was talking about this today or something in regards to, you know, if you had to. Oh, someone was talking about Loki. And in regards to time jumping, because we'll get
character
that,
Loki. Yeah,
we're gonna get into that more in my other you know, editions. But you know, in this world, there's observers and there's timekeepers and there's gatekeepers, and you know, some evil has to exist as well as some good, and that's the problem. That was the riff in the family. Oddly enough, is that the people who are deemed bad now, right, in the family, they're the ones who wanted to rid of evil altogether. They wanted absolutely no forgiveness, nothing. Kill them all now. That way there will never be any evil anymore. And the people, their cousins, were like, that's not possible. We need to maintain this balance, and some people do need to be forgiven, and some we take along with us. So really, it's really trip, and that's a fascinating part of this world as well.
Absolutely. And okay, guys, I just put the link back out there for you. We've got new people jumping in.
Oh, hey.
We are so close right now to breaking the $3,000 mark right now.
Yeah.
Become a contributor to this. Receive some of the tier goals on this, and help push him over 3,000 today, guys. It's They Call Me Charleston by Latino Slant and our Paulie. Yeah. Were you named after the character from Rocky?
No.
I know you
absolutely not.
The silly question.
Yeah, I was born in 1970, dude.
Yeah. You were named after a character that came out 7 years later. 6 years later.
I think Paul was a family name that my mom loved.
There you go.
Yeah, and
just say they were a Dune fan. There you go.
Yeah.
Paulie
Atreides.
We're the same age. You've aged so much better than I have.
Did you guys want another mini chapter?
Oh yeah,
man, go for it. Let's read some more.
Well, I'd like to read. Let me see here. All right. I mean, I want to give you guys something juicy. You know what I mean?
All right.
But I don't want to spoil it.
Well, let me ask this before you do that.
Let's do this.
What is the age range of who could read this book?
13 and up.
So young adult.
An adult, yeah. I think it's a little too much for kids. And there is language. There's no sex in it. Someone asked me, is non-binary? I'm like, really? You asking me that stupid ass question? Hey, I get it. I get why people ask.
But
Slantino,
I don't
what's
see.
up,
I grew up.
Boosh?
Yeah, there's Boosh McFadden. What's up, my friend? How you doing? That guy is a wonderful chef, and I love that he shares in our group photos of the latest thing he fixed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's great. He's amazing.
I did not know that.
And I consider Boosh a personal friend. I like to talk to him. We just hang out and just talk.
When Read by Nature, I just gave you a shout out on Twitter. Thank you so much, amigo.
Let me go take a peek real quick. I want to see where we're at. We're still at 29.39. Yep, still there. Come on, guys. Dude. We can get this. What is that?
83%.
$61 away from 3,000.
Well, let me read a little bit for you guys.
You can do it, Paulie. You can do it.
This is a good suggestion, Paulie.
Tell me.
Give us a cliffhanger.
With a mini climax in a chapter. Well, I'm definitely we're going out of context here. So this chapter is from her point of view, which doesn't happen a lot in this particular story, but this is Lala. It's called The Lonely Pine. That's the name of the chapter here. Am I dead? I know this place. But where is everyone? Ouch. My head is pounding. When I open my eyes, I recognize my location, but how did I get here? Think, Lala, think. South of the playground, at the base of a huge pine tree. Yes, I know this tree. I've spent many afternoons reading and studying here. I love the solitude of this small park, especially during the day where few people stroll by and shadows would loom long over me into the late afternoon. I first floated here when I was 9. But how did I get to Michigan Park? Why am I freezing? I put my hand on my jaw, the source of my pain. Is it broken? I felt this pain before. Lala was in shock at the new yet familiar surroundings. The last thing she remembered was how plain the broccoli was. Her tia, a notoriously bad cook, had recently been on a health kick. For the past year, Joe stopped cooking with no lard, no butter. There was no salt to be had in the house anymore. But Lala loved her tia and would eat her plate clean. Though she dreamt of Bonita, her now fabled mother, Lala never was left without or lacked any care. Her tia loved her beyond the sunsets that played in Lala's thoughts. Yet now all she could think of was that side dish of plain fucking veggies. Sunday dinner, then the park, alone at the park. She slowly gathered herself and slower standing up. Nausea came over her. Her knees buckled as she spat bright blood, sprinkled like a star-filled galaxy. Her blood was before her feet. What happened to me? Lala wept. And that's like a little mini part as far as that's what happens to you when you time jump and you're not ready for it.
So it does damage?
Yeah, because she's just not. She's obviously capable, but she doesn't know how to. She's not trained, and so that's what happened. She could have, and I explained this a little bit in like 2 chapters down. So I can let me read that a little bit. Time to cross over. At the Coates crime scene, Lala's family was gone, and the authorities had suspected her. What brilliant minds I have to deal with. Lala had been given fluids and meds. That time jump dehydrated her. No training, all emotions will do that to you. I had a gifted primo once. That time he jumped too early on a dare, and now he's a mute living in Tucson, unable to walk without a stroller. Dusting off my scruffy persona, I arrived in full uncle mode. I even wore a suit and managed to convince these dicks Lala's with her school choir at some music event. Lots of minds and healing hands at work, but a quick rewrite of everyone's dream paths, and soon Lala had a dozen alibis. When her watery eyes rested on mine between the mindless shuffle of detectives at work, she acknowledged what really happened. In that moment of mass confusion, horror, she teleported herself to her lovely pine, but not without taking a wagger out. The wagger's jaw looked as if her plate of broccoli was coming out of his throat. 2 years has passed since then, and she's a marked woman now. Her powers are enormous, and only Bravo can guide her as well as protect her. His lands are truly sacred. It's time to cross over. FS and his bitches will never relent until she's dead.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm
Good
excited,
stuff. And
man.
I'm telling you, you should do some readings. Like
readings,
reading rainbow stuff where you just read.
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
I love that though, dude. When I was growing up, and I'm curious about you, my father.
We got another contribution.
Oh shit! I just
hey, look at Fat Steven Seagal.
Look at that. We're 26 away from 3,000.
Dude, that's very nice of you. I'm going to take care of you, buddy. I'm going to write you a long message.
Oh, please use as many racial slurs as possible.
You Canadian cracker.
Snow Mexican cracker. You just go all out.
You beaver loving Canuck.
Wow, that's great, man. Thank you so much.
Syrup
dude.
snorter.
That was a tier 2.
Tier 2. Tier 2 is the amables. And what, Martin, what does amable mean?
Kind.
Kind.
Okay, I gotta get a different one then.
Now, Shrek PFC just joined us, so to explain what's going on is our dear friend Paulie, the Latino Slant, has his new book. It's up on IndieGoGo. And let me share that again so you can actually see the page. Share screen. There we go.
A little proof of the book.
He's been sharing from the book itself. This is would you call it a short story or novella?
Novella.
Yeah, novella. And Currently, his goal is to reach 35K. He is at 2974. We've already seen a nice little jump here. I would like to see us push him over 3K during the show. It always makes me happy when we participate in this, man. And it's fantastic. Just very proud of this in our audience. But we are trying to help Paulie with his book because he is one of the few creative elements in this group that's actually going about to doing something. And I was going to mention this, by the way. I will not launch our campaign, buddy, until your campaign is done. I'm not launching ours. So it's one thing that we were having a production meeting, and I forgot to mention that, is that I don't want to be competing and taking away from anybody else in our community when they're doing something. So I'm just going to wait until your campaign is done, Paulie.
Well, thank you. It's over in 6 days, so
yeah. So we're going to wait a little over that. We'll wait 10 days. Make sure.
Shouldn't be long.
But you're going to go over. I know it. I know you're going to go over. Are you? Now you're going to keep your campaign going, though, right? Yours is not just going to shut down.
Yeah, it's a flexible.
That's
flexi
it.
goal.
The flexi goal.
And
that's the way to go, buddy.
Yeah. So what's going to happen in 6 days is that, they'll process what we've raised. We get the money. We put the order in. Then it'll be another week, and then the order should be mailed to us. And when I get all these books in my hand, right, we're going to do a live stream where I'm going to have James Esparza, the guy who helped me create the book, as far as for the physical book. And he did the poster. We'll sign posters and bag them and get the shipping stuff. And it's like, oh, Fat Steven, this is for you, buddy.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, Bush brought this up. Loved your reaction to the Marvels. That was a good video. Right out of the theater.
Yeah. Please tell me he did a dance number.
I'm going to wait to watch that until after I go see it on Tuesday.
Wait till it's on streaming, John. It is bad.
It won't be long.
I've already bought my ticket.
The only thing that is sellable in that movie is that gown, and I know they're going to push that gown from Marvel, that transformation before.
Oh, her little
Bollywood happened. No, the Bollywood. No, her gown. Remember when she went to go meet the prince?
She's turned into a skirt.
Yeah, the gown. That's the only thing I can see them selling.
That's the only thing that was cute that the females wore.
And what did you think of the musical number?
Terrible. The movie's a waste of time. It is unwatchable. Do not see it. Save your money. You know what? You want to go see a superhero? You want to see a real life superhero? The movie's called Radical. It's about this history teacher. This teacher that's saving kids. Amazing true story. Great film. It's called Radical.
John, can I sum it up for you real quickly? Sorry to interrupt. It's worse than Quantumania.
Yeah. Well, look, this is Kevin Feige's Marvel. Once they got rid of Ike Perlmutter, that's when things started going downhill.
Oh, yeah. Mike's
How
not very
does it feel,
happy.
Paulie? How does it feel knowing you're going to make more money than the Marvels? More profit.
I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, there was a spike in views the last couple of days. You know how we can? Oh, that it's crap. Oh, it's garbage. That is being disrespectful to doing number twos. That is being disrespectful to garbage, because in garbage you can literally find stuff to make something beautiful.
Bugs still eat it. Bugs won't eat Captain Marvel.
And doing a number two, there's literally a list of healthy things after you do a number two, how good it is for you. No. The Marvels is a 1 out of 10. This is unwatchable.
It's that bad 1 out of 10.
They abuse kittens in it.
Yeah, I give 1 because of Iman. I love Iman Vellani, but
well, I actually enjoyed her series.
I did too. Yeah. I didn't like the villain. Good. I didn't like that.
I think it was accidental that it was good. I don't think it was intentional.
Well, they actually did some reshoots to make it better. Those first few episodes.
That's what Cameron was saying.
Cameron knows on that one because he knows those filmmakers. That made it
better.
But
massive.
Or as my brother would say, more better.
Mo better.
Mo better. Now I'm going to mention something here because two people brought it up. Shrek PMC, I suppose I should shut up about Wrath of Ferals 5. I love that military shit. And Read by Nature says, hopefully Gary launches his campaign nearer to my payday, next payday. Again, I'm going to be waiting at least 10 days before we launch ours. I want to make sure Paulie clears his and hits his goal. And again, we are just $26 away from 3,000 right now, guys. Let's push that and get it over before the end of this show. I want to walk away with that, our head held high that we helped push Paulie.
If I can get rid of my Uber Eats order for tonight, you guys can too.
and for
now I feel guilty.
For every, that's where I'm going with this.
He's still got what?
I'm sorry. I was just about to say, for everyone watching on my channel, the link to the IndieGoGo page is pinned to the top of the chat. So please, let's get Paulie over 3,000 before the end of the show.
And in our case, the link.
And I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that to our YouTube channel, Martin?
Hey, you go to your YouTube end, and you have to beside in the chat, and then pin it.
Thank you for cutting me off. The link is in our description.
You're welcome.
Outstanding. Thanks a lot, Martin. So Christopher Dominguez says Dune Part 2 is the only film I'm planning to see this year.
Yep.
I don't blame you.
Well, it's next year.
Yeah, next year.
Oh, that's right. They bumped
March.
it. Man,
it would have been.
I'm glad this strike is over. How are you feeling about that, Paulie?
Great.
I can start making money again. I have not been earning money since the strike started.
I mean, it's obviously with the majority of TV and film, it was dead. So now Romy's going to have those auditions. She did land a national commercial about a month ago, so thank God for that. Because there was a big reality that she wasn't going to get her health for next year, health insurance or health covered, which she's been SAG level where she's made so much money every year to get the health, which is so that's good, man. And there's some real issues there. I'm not crazy about the leadership of SAG, but it's over. It's got it done. I'm gonna put together a panel of some actors. It's still not ratified, so they actually still can't talk about it. But
they made the agreements, but nothing's signed yet.
Well, it's not voted on yet.
Oh, it's also not even voted on.
So one of the strike captains, and she's also going to run for a position, Chelsea Rendon. She's going to come back on the show and talk about her whole experience. That'll be great.
Yeah, because Script Doctor brought that up to me last night that it hadn't been ratified, and it's like, boy, oh boy, is there any fly in the ointment at this point that could screw this?
I mean, I think I don't know. I don't know. And I haven't checked any SAG emails, official emails. I don't know what their process is. It could be like, votes Saturday night, so to speak.
Well, I'm hoping we see any of that because it's going to be nice to have work again.
I feel terrible for all the below the line people because ultimately they're the people who had to pay for everything that happened. The people at the top were completely fine, but people lost their homes, people lost everything. And the thing I do find absurd is that such a small percentage of people have health insurance. In other words, not enough people make enough money for them, and did they adjust that at all? Are they going to?
You mean like lower the rate? Like I think it's what you have to make 35,000.
I thought it was like 26 or 35, somewhere around there.
It keeps going up. Listen, this is a weird business. Romy's advice to young actors is do not join the union until you absolutely have to. It's great advice because majority of people that are in the union don't work. This is a union that does not guarantee work. That's not their job, which is why it's so odd. Such a strange. It's more of a guild. Cameron calls it. It's more of a guild. So, they're good on, certain things like that in regards to, better rates, better deals, and then even tracking your residuals. They're fantastic with that. So, but it's a catch-22. You got to be working to get those benefits. If you're new to the game, do as much non-union work, stay non-union until it's, you can, until you know that you can afford to join the union and keep paying the dues, so that's, you don't join the union to work. You already have to be working. I know it sounds weird.
That's right.
To get experience, to get all the things you need to get, has nothing to do with SAG. It's nothing to do with SAG.
The writers screwed themselves, because them putting the minimum number of writers in a room, what has happened as a result? That's basically the maximum now.
Yeah, and that's what Cameron was talking about.
Well, it's the same thing, because I get into arguments because a lot of people think, because I'm conservative, that I'm a Republican. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't get along with many of my Republican friends, because I tell them all the time, minimum wage is not the goal. It is literally the lowest amount you are legally allowed to pay somebody. That should never be the goal. Your goal should always be to pay them better than that. And it's the same thing with the trade-off of how many writers you can have in a writer's room. Just, they do these things, and it's just, you sort of sit there later going, why did they do that? What were they thinking? But I don't know. I don't want to get too much into minutia of this. It's like getting in the weeds, but I know that we're all impacted by this, because a lot of my clients I do work for, where I get, paid, aren't working right now. So I'm not getting paid, but I have contracts, so I can't breach them. I refuse to breach a written agreement, because they're not making money. And so it is what it is. They Call Me Charleston is the book, guys. Come on, man. We are so close here. We're still, let me go refresh it. It's still sitting at $29.74 right now. $26. $26, man, from $3,000.
You're so funny. It's like, I don't think I've had anyone do that. We got to make it this.
We do that. I like it. It's a goal, man. I like goals. Yeah. And speaking of goals, when you hit your goal, is that going to unlock any tiers? Hidden tiers?
No.
No?
No.
I'm a little sad now.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's not like a board game, dude.
I did that like with some, because I've done campaigns before, and when I hit my amount, I will post, you unlock this.
We added a tier we added that audio only tier, because it's like, all right, well, maybe people can't do the $25 to $40 tier, and they are finite, right? But the audio tier, anyone can do it. So, there's no limit, because once we produce that MP3 for you guys, I can give it away to as many people, like, so you get that $10 one.
How about this one? You add this tier. I will come to your school and read the book.
No, I'm doing that with these shows too. But what I can tell you is that where we're sitting at, thank you so much, dude. Shrek PMC.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Shrek PMC. Hey. What I can tell you, that where we're at now with that 2,900 is that we are hitting those different levels of like fees and expenses, right? So we're past now being able to produce that 100 books, the 50 posters, all the majority of the fees, the line items with Book Baby, for them to set up the print on demand, ebook, global distribution, then Amazon, and then now we're in a place where I'm gonna make sure all our shipping, because remember when you guys buy into this, I say in there shipping's included. So now that's being taken care of. Now we're in that kind of like that good zone. We're in a great zone, guys, right now. And then also too, everyone deserves to be paid. James Esparza, our artist on this, he's done this whole thing up to this point gratis. Now that's not going to be the case, and we're going to be able to take care of him, which is like huge.
I was going to ask about future ebook, if you're going to have this like on Amazon for Kindle and stuff.
Yeah. So the way Book Baby works is once that bookshelf is set up, that's going to be the first thing that's set up is the Book Baby bookshelf on their end. We take that button, we put it on our official pages. I don't know what. I get the most out of those residuals moving forward. Print on demand, ebook. Later on, in about 3 weeks after that, they'll have set up the global and the Amazon, which is great, but you get pennies off that as far as when people buy through Amazon.
So I'll be able to buy the ebook too. Then.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
On the bookshelf.
I'll go directly through you. I'll find your page. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we're good. What I'm going to do on my end is create the official Slant Studios website where we're going to house all the elements that have been created for this IndieGoGo on that, like performance videos, the images, then buy the printed book, buy the ebook. We'll have those buttons for you guys. Boom.
Awesome.
What's next? Here's the next, and here's the next. You build, start building it up, brick by brick.
And that's the way to go. That's the way you do it. We got some comments here. What is it? Creator of what is this? Bronze Age Caveman.
I don't know.
It's Shrek PMC.
That's the work of Shrek PMC. He's
okay.
working on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's a creator too. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Very good. Lady V Element says Clone Gary gets along with everyone. This Jagary guy is defiant little shit. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
Wow.
I'm a defiant little shit. Yeah, Shrek?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Courtney.
That's Down syndrome, Jagary. Can you see that one? Can you see it, Paulie? Pat Stevens' image there. Here, I'll make it big for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what she said.
Oh, shit.
You want Burger King?
Wait. Put it back. Put it back. So, all right, let's take this all in.
Oh, my.
The fact that his face fit on a Down syndrome kid really easily is mind-boggling.
Well, I mean, or that. Did you really have to alter it that much?
He altered it.
No,
but I'm okay with it. I love that image.
I didn't alter it that much at all.
I mean, I do gotta say, man, it looks like you got some upper body there. You're that the shoulders and the pecs are looking,
The only thing happy in that picture is the meals.
The only thing happy is the meal in this picture.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but look again.
Hey,
Courtney.
Hey, Courtney's here. What's up, sweetheart?
I take the order.
I can do culture, but I don't want you to get demonetized.
Oh, takes the worst poop from people right on the chin. And you know what, man? Look, my best friends have said the meanest shit to me it's ever been said to me. And that's friendship. And I love being messed with by my friends. I really do. I mean, geez, Marie. Again, Paulie is the man who started the whole backdoor thing with me.
I was gonna say that. There's always your back door.
Gonna go away.
Well, I find it ironic you started that, yet he's obsessed over the back door this whole time.
Right. I'll be gone for months, and he's still talking about his back door.
Look, that is not me. That is our audience, as well as Six. And who else was it? That was Matt, Zach's. Zach's was the other one that was an instigator of building that up. And now it's built up to a point where, look, it's a monster. It's its own monster.
Garrett, could be honest.
Fuck it, I enjoy it.
Gary, can we be honest? It's always been backed up.
Wow.
Shut up, Steven.
So you've heard it here. You've heard it here first. Gary enjoys the back door,
and other people talking about it.
And of course, it's been said enough now. I'm going to give you another video.
Everlight, protect Grog and the rest of our friends, wherever they are.
If you don't watch that show, Paulie, you need to check it out. It's Vox Machina.
What show was that?
Legends of Vox Machina.
Legends of Vox Machina. It's on Amazon.
I saw a first couple episodes. I remember, yeah, it was pretty good.
It's funny and it's fun. I
like the characters, yeah.
Anima and I just love to sit down and just watch that stuff. We've been checking out the new Frasier, but you know what else? I finished Lincoln Lawyer season 2. And I pushed myself to watch them all because I'm like, I got to make sure I'm caught up for Paulie. And you haven't even finished it, dude.
No, the new season, I think I've watched one episode.
Oh, you got to finish it, dude. I think it's a better season than season 1, and I loved season 1.
I'm sure it is. I just, there's just so much going on.
I'm doing important stuff now.
Well, no, I just thought after the Marvels, you'd be exhausted and never want to watch a movie ever
never want to watch anything again.
It wasn't a movie.
I mean, I did a double header yesterday. I watched the Paul Giamatti comedic drama called The Holdovers.
Oh, what did you think of it?
Oh, I loved it.
The trailer for it looks hilarious.
And and here's why it's like really just great storytelling. I mean, it talks about a world I know nothing about. Prep school in fucking upstate New York, the elitist of elitist sons that go there. Right? That's like the first overview that you think, but then it starts peeling away like these characters. And you're like, oh my God, this is really good.
Yeah, and the kid is not one of those blessed rich kids. He's got a miserable life.
He's actually very rich, but that doesn't matter. It's like, there's some
I haven't
shit
seen
that's
it yet.
going on.
And
there's some shit that goes on.
From the trailer, I took it that he was like on there on a scholarship.
No, they're all wealthy. They're all wealthy, but it goes deeper, right? And then you have the lady who's the school cook, the black lady that's in it. She made me cry, bro. She was. Oh man, I'm gonna
fantastic. Have to watch it. I just saw a couple of comments that deserve. Courtney says, "Hi Gary, again. Hi all. I've been driving and listening to the show. Of course, we love it.
Hi, baby. Drive safe. So
awesome.
Yep.
He shit on me in a way, Paulie, you would have laughed. Because I'm a drummer. All right. I'm a drummer. Before I was a keyboardist, I was a drummer. And she says, do you know how to shut a drummer up? Put sheet music in front of him. And I'm like, fuck you. I know how to read drum notes.
That's good, though. Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, my God. So any other comments there we need to look at? Speaking of Paul Giamatti, I really needed to watch Ironclad. Is that about the ship? Is that about the ship?
That's a good movie. I have the Blu-ray right over here. I can actually read a synopsis off from this.
Yes, you get credit for that.
I'll go grab it a second.
I love that joke. That made me laugh.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was like Knights Templar or something.
It is.
Oh wait, yes, it's the Knights Templar one. Yes.
With
did you ever
James
see his
Purefoy
John Adams? Did you see his John?
Yes,
Adams?
I did. The miniseries, it was great.
I watch that every couple of years. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I have it on my hard drive, so whenever I need to pull it up for reference, because it's so accurate historically.
Paul Giamatti is also in one of the best comic book movies ever made, in my opinion. American.
Oh my God, you saw? Yeah, that's a great movie, dude. All right, guys, we seem to be stuck at 29.74. I tried, Paulie. I tried. I thought we'd get past.
Listen. We did great. We did fantastic. What are you talking about, man? This is beautiful. Yeah. It's been an incredible day. been on Film Threat, now you guys, and then
how's Chris doing, by the way?
Chris?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, a lot of fun.
I haven't talked to him in a while. So, because one of his main writers was a guy that I've been friends with and worked with for 30 years, Josh Becker. And
he still talks to you?
No, we stopped talking.
I was joking.
Are you ready for this? A certain person that we all know screwed up our friendship. And I don't want to say his name because I love him, but I want nothing to do with him anymore. He fucked up my friendship with him.
That's Steven.
No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you. It did something unprofessional, and it had an impact on Josh's and my friendship. And because he was blaming me for it, and I'm like, dude, I'm not taking the blame for somebody else. You're a grown man. You make decisions. And so we haven't talked, but there's still a good chance we'll start talking again. It's just right now we're not talking. Because I said, I don't need your crap in my life. I got enough crap.
Yeah, and you're full of it too. So,
and I'm full of it. By the way,
speaking
of full of it, I love that mustache. And anybody who sees you in photos without the mustache thinks it looks weird without your mustache. They love your fucking mustache, dude.
Yeah, my lady, like, she got to, like, because I had shaved everything off yesterday because everything was gruff.
Yeah,
gruff. And then she's like, "Oh, there's my vato."
I call it the Latino stash.
Yes, I remember that.
J.K. Simmons is a treasure. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Between your hat game and your stash game, you're set.
But I like my hair.
You also got perfect hair.
No, it's thinning hair, but I like. It's like
but in a good way.
Well, in a good way. You have a good widow's peak. You got just a little bit of sand along the sides.
Oh yeah,
you that very intelligent older gentleman. But then you got the good chiseled looks. Well, you've got it going on, man.
Gary, he's taken.
Bob Odenkirk wishes he could.
That back door was flaring.
Turned into a 7-Eleven.
Okay,
it was open.
Here you go, Paulie. I watched Gary make the thumbnail, and he was looking at all these photos without the mustache, and I was like, Paulie looks weird when he's face naked. That's what she said. She was really thrown by pictures of you without a mustache.
Well, who would give me shit for growing this thing last year was Mike.
Really?
Now he's like, "You shave it, I hate it, la 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 la." And then when I shaved it, he's like, "Okay,
go back."
And I'm like, "Well, it's gonna be like this for a while because it's summer."
That's what I was
thinking.
Why he did it. Reed Richards salt and pepper look. There you go.
Yep.
That's what
Mike just didn't want any competition. That's why.
Well, Paulie's not going to be jumping out of any married ladies' windows anytime soon. So I think
no, that's just Mikey. That's just Mikey.
That's funny.
I told him, when he was, we were having a private chat. I said I knew it wasn't you because you didn't have dual tacos in both hands when you went out the window. Because he's always got to have tacos.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Anybody else got any comments? And by the way, if we can push it over, guys, I'd appreciate it. It would be really nice to see that before we end the show today. But I don't want to keep Paulie too long because I know you're doing the tour, getting out there. Got to get you on the shows. Has Midnight Edge had you on?
Yeah, that's where we launched it. We started 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. I saw that. I was in the chat when that happened.
So my goal is we'll end like any live streams talking about it, this Monday. So I think we're going on Valiant Renegade Sunday. So.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I love Valiant. He's one of my go-to guys when it comes to his information. That guy is so on it. Him and Culture Casino. Those two, they know their information.
Yeah. I always watch his show for the Disney earnings calls.
Yep. Ditto.
Oh, yeah.
Ditto. Keith and I are glued to that. We, of course, watch Doomcock too, but the two channels when it comes to business, we watch Valiant Renegade and Culture Casino because those guys know their business, man. Let's see. Peter Vinkman Fanside, also known as Vinkman's Girl, says, The face muffler always comes back for the winner. I don't know what to make of what you just did.
Well, that's Romy's Chi-Chi's right there.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, motorboat, that shit.
Motorboat.
Come on now. I'm sorry. Just imagine for you, Gary, the back door. Then you can.
No, you breached it again. You breached it again.
A backdoor mustache ride?
Here you go.
I'm gonna go check the back door. Back door.
Just
It's
make sure
written
you add
down.
come after.
How does I don't even want to picture a mustache on never mind. No.
By the way, after it started, this is the very first video I made for the backdoor breaches.
Like, wouldn't you know that back door would trigger a trap door? Yeah, and look where we landed.
Freddie loves
Scooby-Doo,
traps.
man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get you going, man. I deeply appreciate it, Paulie. But
Yep.
seriously,
Yeah.
when you
Thank
get
you.
a chance, please finish Lincoln Lawyer, because I can hardly wait to talk about it. But yes, this
Thank
is
you,
the
guys.
book. I'm going to show the graphic again on screen too. Boom, baby. Here it is. A short book from the Forever Now series. They Call Me Charleston by Latino Slant. Some of the internal pages, a couple of them here.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And
Mhm.
you can currently, the link is what, at the top of the chat? Is that what you said, Stephen?
No, that's correct.
But go ahead and share the link again, Martin, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Please,
Yeah.
if you can contribute, because I know we're in tough times right now, please share it out. It means a lot. And we love Paulie. We want to see him successful with this. And I know you're going to be. I guarantee you're going to go over the 3,500 before it ends.
Yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I hope so. I know we're gonna do well. We've been doing great, and it's all because of these communities and family and friends. It's humbling. At
Don't
first
forget
that
to
I was
reach out.
nervous right before we launched it, and then once I started seeing it move, I was like, wow.
Don't be afraid to share it with the guys like Matt McGloin at Cosmic Book News, Chris over at Bleeding Fool, and of course John over at Bounding into Comics, because I hope that they would also support you. I would expect them to. So do send it to them, or would you like me to send it to them because I'm friends with them?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. I'll gather up the information and ask them if they could do something to help.
I hope this project goes very well. And Paulie, as a heads up, the reason why Gary was asking if you were having any secret tears because he was hoping the mustache butt cheeks was actually going to be like a secret tear.
Shut up.
So be very careful of letters.
Anybody want a
in the mail.
mustache ride? Oh, I do.
Yeah, I'm just saying ahead of time. We don't support his wanting of that, but there is therapy groups out here for that. So
Okay.
good luck
So,
with the group.
points for anybody who knows what movie I just quoted when I did
Super
that.
Troopers.
Thank you.
Steven, is everyone up in Canada going through some kind of
Mark's your muzzle off.
I'm going to tell you, Paulie, sometimes Shinatsky and Fat Stephen get going at each other. It's kind of fun.
Because he has a crush on me.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I
All those
think it
Marvel
goes a little
films.
bit the other way, too.
No.
There's a thing called
methinks
Yandere. I think Fat
recognized
Stevens
too
one
much.
from.
Dost thou protest too much? So, but anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Paulie, I appreciate it, man. It was great having you on as a guest. I look forward to the next time we get a chance to stream together because whatever it is you ever want to talk about, Keith and I are always ready to join you.
Thank you, gentlemen, on the panel, and yeah, to all the minefielders out there. You know, stay away from back doors, and
hey, Tim's
unless that's your thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Just
Hey, Tim joined us last second. Tim, if you've got anything to give us support, go to the link that's up at the top of the chat there. But it is
no, it's not at the top of the chat.
Wherever it is, I don't fucking know.
It's in the video description.
In the video description. Wow. Oh my god! I wanted it at the top of the chat because you're supposed to be able to do that, and I don't know how to do it because I'm doing the show.
But you
anyway,
post it in the chat and then you pin it.
Is that it?
That's how it stays on the top.
There's 3 dots. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt again. I don't want to get yelled at by Martin or Paulie. There's 3 dots, and you just click on it. It has pin message, and that's how you can do it.
No, I don't have it because.
Oh, you're not an administrator?
No. Now,
yeah.
Then
it won't
do it.
Then he can't pin it. Then he's correct.
I can't either.
Who's
what?
No, I can't. It's like I have to go to YouTube. So I'm going to go to YouTube real quick.
No,
I hate
YouTube.
it while we're doing a show.
You have to do it on the it's on the YouTube end. It's not
on the YouTube end.
Yeah,
not your backdoor end, the YouTube end.
It's almost like the backdoor. He still only needs one finger.
Well, that's what I was asking if somebody could do that because they've got login pros there as administrators. So, but anyway, it is up there. It is now pinned at the top. Tim, if you got anything, we are $26 away from $3,000.
Yeah. Woo.
So freaking close, man. So close. Let me refresh again. Let's see.
No, it hasn't moved. It's all right, dude.
God damn it.
It's okay.
I was hoping it would happen before we ended the show. But I didn't do the promo today because I really don't want to. I don't want to interrupt our interview with you. And but I do want to remind people tomorrow, Tom and Jerry at 3:00 Central Standard Time. Tom and I are doing we're covering RoboCop 1987, as well as we're going to be talking about the new video game and the recently released RoboDoc series, which is amazing. If you love RoboCop, this is the documentary for you. It's got so much information. There's stuff on there. I thought I knew everything there was to know about that damn movie, and I learned like a bunch of new stuff. It was fantastic. So that'll be tomorrow at 3:00. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. Paulie, again, thanks for being here, buddy. It's deeply appreciated, man, and we love you. We deeply love you, man. You're a great friend. And well, that's it, boys and girls.
Thank you so much.
Everybody have a great Friday, and we will see you again next TGIF. All right. Ciao.